Hello everyone, my name is Mehek and I hope you all are doing fine. Welcome back. Let's talk about a new book that I finished reading recently. Before that, I hope that you have managed to pick up one book these past weeks. And if there's an interesting title that you've come across, please share it with me. I would love to read it. So this is the book that I'm going to be talking about that I finished reading. It's called Anna K by Jenny Lee. It's a YA novel, which is a young adult novel. It's a teenager love story. But let me tell you, initially when I picked up the book, I thought it's going to be a silly teenage love story, but it is nothing like that. The book is, a combination of Crazy Rich Asians and Gossip Girl. Like it has some parts of it. For example, it is set up in Upper East Side, New York. It's filled with messed up teenagers, over the top parties, luxury brands, and crazy money. The story is mainly about Anna Kay. She's half European and half Korean. She's beautiful, she's popular, she comes from a rich family, and she's a very bright student, and everyone basically loves her. She's also dating this boy called Alexander, who is equally rich and famous, and he is literally perfect in a boring way. Then come Alexi in the picture. Anna meets Alexi, who is basically a notorious playboy. He has practically dated every girl in Manhattan. And when they meet, typically I think that, it's going to be a typical story of bad boy falling in love with a good girl. But, clearly it's not that. I mean, it is that Alexi does fall in love with Anarchy. I mean, he looks at her and he's like, I've never been in love before. And clearly, what I was having before was all fling. And it is love at first sight for him. And he falls hard for Anarchy. But what happens later on is something that was beyond my imagination. Like, I'm literally tempted to share with you the ending of the book, but that would clearly spoil the fun. So please, please, please pick up this book and read it for Anna K and Alexi's love story. It's clearly one of my favorite love stories now. I mean, I can't wait. Even if one of you picks it up and reads it, I can't wait to discuss it with one of you. It's an emotional love story, so let me just give you that hint. It's an emotional. It's nothing that you would have ever read before, so please pick this one up for their love story. Going ahead, this book, so that is the main the crux of the book. It is a story. It's a love story of Anna K and Alexi. The book is again filled with a lot of interesting characters. I mean, besides Anna and Alexi, it has amazing character plot. The author has really put in a lot of hard work in describing all the characters. Each has an interesting story going on, and each one of them finds their happy ending, which is a good thing. The book is also filled with luxury brand name mentions. At one point I thought, if someone wants to really brush up their luxury brands knowledge, this is the book. Like, instead of saying that Anna puts her phone in the bag, the author says, Anna puts her phone in her Prada bag, or when she's crying, she looks down and stares at her Louis Vuitton shoes. So references like that, you get an idea. Another thing that the book is filled with is slangs, teenage slangs. Like, I had to if you're a person like me who don't know a thing about slang, you would have to sit with a Google and constantly refer. Like, I didn't know IRL means in real life, so I didn't know that. You'll have to constantly refer to Google for the slangs. Like I said earlier, the book has crazy parties. So, I mean, at one point I thought, these teenagers at 16, 18 are having far more fun than I would have in my whole life. The book has also highlighted, problems that a teenager goes through, like depression, anxiety, and societal pressure to look their best, feel their best, and problems of boys. In the end, the author leaves us with a very interesting advice, for a teenager. She says that, every teenager's life is miserable and messed up, and they say that it gets better with time, but that's the biggest lie. It doesn't get better with the time. It only gets better when you stop living for someone else. Like, you stop bothering about what others are saying and stop living up to their expectations. So that's when it truly starts getting better. So yeah, this was what the book is all about. I mean, this book really took me by surprise. I didn't expect it to have such an interesting, ending, and it really took me, few minutes after I closed the book, for that ending to sink in. So please, please, pick up this book if love story is your thing. You will thoroughly enjoy this book. I picked this one. It's also available on Amazon, but I picked this one from Chapter One bookstores. It's another retail site, online retail site to pick up books. It's for 400. So yeah, that is all about the book. Let me know if you pick it up and if you enjoy. Thank you.